Hey you guys, it's Luke and Rory from Tahoma Homes Northwest. We are two realtors here in Puyallup, Washington with First Point Real Estate. And today we're going to talk to you about the question that we get almost all the time.
How do I start finding a home?
Great question. And many people think it's just to talk to us, which is a good jumping off point, but that misses the most important step. But we'll get you on track.
The very first thing you should do when you're ready to start looking for a home is find a lender. Talk to a lender. Now, why is that important?
Well, I mean, we don't know what you can afford, right? We don't know what you can afford. We don't know what your limit is. We don't know anything about your whole financial landscape. That being said, we obviously work with quite a few great lenders.
Yep.
And so you can reach out to us first, and we can plug you in with somebody and get you rolling if you don't already have a preferred lender. And, you know, that brings up that important conversation that sometimes we have buyers come to us and they're looking at these houses, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000, whatever it is, and they're like, well, I can afford this because the mortgage calculator shows this is what my mortgage is. Let's get you with the lender, because sometimes you're looking at a house. We have these buyers looking at a house and they're $50,000 below that.
Right.
You know, because the lender, a good lender is going to make sure that you're taking in your property taxes, your homeowner's insurance, HOA dues if they're necessary.
That's huge.
Mortgage insurance, things that you weren't worried about when you were a renter that now come into play as a buyer.
When you're renting, some of your utilities are paid for. When you buy your own house,
You're the landlord. You're paying for the water. You're paying for the toilet that overflowed.
you know, then on the flip side of that, so say you have somebody that does qualify for this much, but they know they want to stay at this price point, but then they find a house that if they just put in an offer just a little bit higher than what their comfort level is at, they've got that flexibility.
We have a client right now that is approved for well over 400, and they want to stay in that 325. They found a house yesterday they absolutely love, and they said, hey, I can go higher, and I'm willing to do so to try to price some people out. And so it gives you that flexibility. I don't think a lot of us sit down. I mean, we pay our bills.
Right.
We check our tax, we file our taxes, we do all these things, but how often do you really just sit down and look at your financial landscape and what you can truly afford, how much you're spending on Starbucks?
Do we have to talk about the coffee aspect? I mean, that.
No, but yes. I mean, it's an important conversation to have, and I think often the great thing about a really good lender is they're going to break things down for you to a minuscule detail. Your debt to income ratios, and they're looking at percentages of how much you can spend of your income on a home. And sometimes, because you haven't looked at your finances in a while, you don't even realize that you can afford more than you thought you could. It forces you to take a good hard look at where you're spending money and where it would be smarter to put your.
They're lenders that have the servant's heart. That they're not necessarily looking to make that quick buck, but they want to make sure that not only are you in that house as long as you want to be in that house, but they want to be able to earn your business and future business. So, like I said, a lot of the lenders we work with, they want to make sure that you're getting into a good situation.
Correct. And they ask those tough questions.
Yep.
Do you see yourself here for 10 years, or is this a 2 to 3 year thing?
Yeah.
Because we obviously want to shape the financial aspect of it, and so that we can shape our offers and stuff around that to make sure that no matter where they're at, whether it's in 2 to 3 years or 10 to 15 years, are you raising your kids here or are you moving on?
Yeah. When a lender's asking you for all those documents and all that information, don't get upset, don't get discouraged. They're doing it to help you guys.
Think about where we were 10 years ago.
Yep.
8 to 10 years ago. The market crash was because lenders were not forced to do those things that protect you.
Right.
And I talk about this all the time with Rachel, as it was, as far as people get like, oh, and she explains to the client, this is to protect you, because not everyone is going to do right by you the way I would.
Right.
And so this is to protect you.
And finally, the biggest reason why you want to go see a lender and get all this figured out is most sellers won't accept an offer without a pre-approval letter.
And they shouldn't.
No.
They shouldn't. They're taking their house off the market when they accept an offer. They're forfeiting valuable time that they could be marketing. And if they have a buyer that's not approved, and then come to find out their financing is going to fall through.
Right. Talk to a lender. That's the very first step. And if you guys have questions, if you're looking for a lender, we've got at least 5 lenders we can think of right off the top of our heads that we would be more than happy to send your way. They're all good people. They all have a servant's heart. All right, you guys, thank you for joining us. That's Luke. I'm Rory. We're with Tahoma Homes Northwest. We are 2 realtors from Puyallup, Washington, who hang their license over at First Point Real Estate. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our videos. And again, if you guys have questions or anything about real estate, leave it in the comments below, and we will definitely answer your questions in the next video. So again, thanks for joining us. Have a fantastic day.
Take care. All night.
Yep, that got recorded.
Talking to a camera is hard work. Kid's sweating out.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
You ready to stop messing around?
No. It's a great point, Rory. Go ahead. All right, let's do this.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Oh, I heard that pop. What the hell was that? I think my arm probably just said, fine, die.
Oh, Rory, your arm.
Oh, now I can pat myself on the back with it.
Oh, that sounded brutal. I wonder if the camera picked that up.